Hello everyone, it's your host, your friend, your boy, Jet Black, the one and only, here with another exciting video. And in this video, I'm going to be playing some AI Dungeon 2. I hope you guys are hyped. This is part 4 of our Jet Starlight non-canon side story that takes place after episode number 39 in an alternate universe. Each of these side stories has involved Jet Starlight facing off against a new and powerful opponent that you guys suggest for him to fight in the Discord and in the comment section below. Today's opponent is SCP-049. So without further ado, let me start up the 30-minute timer and read the last action from the previous episode and the story blurb that I included in order to transition us into this new episode. So the last action was, you say, Cyrus, earlier when you were controlled by that weird dragon thing that I thought was the threat to humanity, you gained magical lightning abilities and spellcasting abilities. Do you still have those powers? Yes, Cyrus says. I can manipulate lightning as you saw, and I can cast spells as well. I just haven't learned any new spells yet. Can you use any other magic, you ask? No, Cyrus says. And then here's the blurb that I created that's like a transition into this episode. You are Jet Starlight. You have just returned to Earth and resurrected Cyrus and Laura. You are immediately approached by SCP-049. SCP-049 says, I sensed your return from the evil realm and came here immediately. You brought with you a terrible disease known as the pestilence, which threatens to destroy all of mankind. I cannot allow you to spread your disease across this planet. Today will be the day of your death. You wonder if the pestilence that SCP-049 is referring to is the true enemy of humanity that was hidden in the evil realm. You believe that if you do have some kind of horrible disease, that for whatever reason the disease doesn't seem to negatively affect you at all. You imagine that you are immune to the effects of the pestilence due to the fact that you are a god. Just in case you actually do have some humanity-killing disease, you use your portal magic to take you and SCP-049 to the desert dimension. You can tell that SCP-049 is going to try and fight you no matter what, so you decide to skip trying to talk things out and get right to the action. And now here's what the AI generated based off of that story blurb. It ends today, 049, you say. Yes, it does, 049 replies, ready to fight. You teleport 049 up in the air, so he's stranded above ground, preventing him from attacking you with his scythes. I'm going to probably edit the whole stranded above ground thing. That's weird. I'm double checking to make sure that the timer's running. It is, and that I'm recording. I am. So let's get started by altering that last bit. So let's see. You teleport 049 up in the air so that he's... Yeah, it's like, it sounds like the reasoning is to keep him away from me. So you teleport 049 up in the air so that he's... Oh, I know what to say. You teleport 049 up in the air in order to distance yourself away from him and to force him to plummet into the ground below. Yeah, because it sounds like it had me teleport him away to create distance between us. But if I'm teleporting him into the air, I also could be like, and now what goes up must come down. Like, he's probably going to have to, like, fall back down. I'm going to let it ride, actually. Because if he is, like, way up in the air or whatever, excuse me, then he should just crash into the ground and die, right? Unless he can fly. A portal to nowhere. How fitting for a man of your profession, 049 says as he begins plummeting to the ground. 049 does not scream as he falls. He only stares at you and laughs. You are curious why 049 is so cheery. You wonder if 049 can fly or levitate. You are curious if he'll be able to somehow avoid hitting the ground or survive the fall. Do 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 do. It's interesting that he said a portal to nowhere. How fitting for a man of your profession. I'm a monster hunter. I don't know what that means. You watch for a moment as 049 falls to the ground. You don't want him to hit the ground, but you're content to let nature take its course. After watching as he drops, you notice that he begins to move his hands in a specific pattern. I do want him to hit the ground. So get rid of this line where it's like you don't want him to hit the ground. I do want him to hit the ground. That's why I made him go up that far. Let's see. So it says, after watching as he drops, you notice that he begins to move his hands in a specific pattern. To which then I'm going to say you realize that 049 knows hand sign magic. Hand sign spells are extremely powerful. You want to try and prevent 049 from making any more hand signs. You attempt to freeze 049's hands together. Oh crap! Dang it, I accidentally hit enter. I want to hit apostrophe. I guess I'm curious to see what happens. You blast freezing energy at 049. However, he is extremely nimble and moves out of the way. Tut tut, I'm afraid you've wasted your only chance, godling, 049 says as he finishes the hand sign. What did you just do? Okay, shit. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Okay. So I have no idea what magic spell that he's casting. And it's interesting that it said you blast freezing energy. I can shoot just ice. I was going to shoot void ice. I want to freeze his hands together. I didn't just want to freeze him whole, but trying to freeze him whole also kind of works. Let's see. You don't know what hand sign spell 049 is trying to cast. Yeah, I actually do need to try and figure out a way to stop him from doing that. Oh, I know what I'm going to do. You attempt to summon a couple of hydrokinetic clones to try and restrain both of 049's arms to prevent him from finishing his hand sign spell. Oh, he already finished his hand sign spell. Dang it. To prevent him from casting any more hand sign spells. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Do-ding-ding-ding-ding-ding-ding-ding-ding-ding-ding-ding-ding. Go, my children, hold him down, you yell. You watch as your hydrokinetic clones float towards 049. 049 watches in amusement as he finishes the hand sign for his spell. Good luck, godlings, he yells as he casts his spell. Okay. So let's see what we can do. Do-do-do-do. So I sent them to try and restrain him. You attempt, to summon void ice restraints, or maybe conjure would be a better word. You attempt to conjure void ice restraints to bind. Oh, I know. Over 049's hands. While your clones continue to try and restrain 049's arms. Because I do want to try and prevent him from doing any more hand signs to the best of my ability. I'm surprised that the game gave him hand sign magic. You quickly attempt to conjure restraints made out of void ice over 049's hands. You manage to successfully trap 049's arms before any more harm can come to you. Thanks for the assist, Godling, 049 laughs. You're confused by 049's comments. You don't know if 049 is actually even sane. As far as you are aware, 049 could be making up what he said about the pestilence as an excuse to fight you. Let's see. I shouldn't just leave it at that. You use your void, well, I guess you should attempt. You attempt to spread the void ice across 049's body in order to completely incapacitate and immobilize him. Ding 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 ding. You watch as the void ice spreads across 049's body, completely immobilizing him in ice. Let's see. You were relieved that 049 was so easily immobilized. You have no idea what the effect of 049's hand sign spell was. You hope that he didn't do something crazy that you just somehow haven't noticed. You command the void ice around 049 to detonate in an attempt to kill 049 with a massive explosion. The void ice explodes, but you aren't so worried about your own safety. Your recent experiments with void manipulation have resulted in a new ability, immortality. This means that you literally can't die from anything other than suicide, whether it be old age or getting killed in combat. What? What do you mean, or getting killed in combat? That's not... Then how is it immortality then? But anyways, don't do that. Don't set that up. Retry that. It's interesting that it tried to buff you so hard. I don't need those buffs. Let's see. A massive explosion is heard, and the blast destroys hundreds of trees for miles around. We're in the desert dimension. There are no trees. The force of the explosion is so great that it nearly kills you. You attempt to say before you are interrupted by a shock of pain that runs through your... that runs through your nervous system. So, instead of trees, say, destroys hundreds of sand dunes for miles around, because you're in the desert dimension, so there just are no trees here. You attempt to use hydrokinetic healing salve to cleanse yourself of any diseases that you may have, and to heal all your wounds. You coat your body in healing salve, and you feel all your wounds close and begin to feel rejuvenated. There's a loud crunching sound that emanates from your chest, and the feeling of rejuvenation disappears. Ouch. Okay. You look at your chest to see if there's... Ooh, you use void sense to look at your chest to see if there is a curse mark on your chest. You are curious to see if 049's hand signed spell was a curse. You senses everything, and you realize that you are dying from a curse. You watch as your body rapidly ages into dust in front of your eyes. Well, that sucks. It's weird that it says you senses everything. Just get rid of that weird part and just say, you realize that you're dying from a curse. No problem. Yeah, if I'm like turning to dust, you smirk. You know that you are able to infuse ectoplasm into dust in order to summon undead warriors that act as conduits for your power that you can control. As you turn to dust, you infuse your ectoplasm into your own dust in order to transform the dust into a loyal undead warrior. And you can say, as you turn to dust, you attempt to see if it's like, the curse prevents you from doing that. You know, because that's possible. Yeah, because this doesn't actually seem to be that bad. I feel like a curse like that would really, like, kill just about anybody else. But not me. I'm pretty good. I can also resurrect. Like, even if I did die, I could just come back to life. A loyal undead warrior is created. You feel proud that your last act in life was to create an undead warrior. Let's see. You attempt to take on your spirit form in order to stay in the land of the living as a ghost. Because being a ghost is just kind of better than being alive anyways. Your undead warrior begins to search for your ghost. Hello and goodbye. Your undead warrior kills your ghost. You are severely weakened from your journey as a ghost, and you lose control over your undead warrior. You become one with the void. What? How does your undead warrior, like, kill your ghost? Maybe it should be like your undead warrior, like, dispels the ectoplasmic form of your ghost. And then it should say, like, you are severely weakened. Oh, maybe you're severely weakened from 049's curse. And you lose control over your... Oh, wait, hold up. And you can say, which has caused you to lose control over your undead warrior. You become one with the void. Awesome. And that's fine. A matter of fact, yeah, I've never tried this, but that actually makes sense. Attempt to use void manipulation to recreate your body and to face off against the undead warrior. Ooh, to recreate your body, but without the curse. Yeah, because that actually makes sense. Like, just make a version of you that isn't cursed. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. You realize that you're unable to recreate your physical form because of the curse. Your undead warrior is now out of your control. I was so close. Okay, interesting. So I have an undead warrior that's a conduit for my power that I can't control, and I can't recreate my body from the void because of the curse. So there's just a rogue undead warrior with my powers that is not allied to me whatsoever. That's interesting. Like, I beat 049, but now I need to deal with this. And I only have 10 minutes left. I just checked the timer. Okay. You attempt to... Ooh, that actually would be cool. You attempt to manipulate the ectoplasm that you infused into your undead warrior to extract it from your undead warrior in order to recreate your ghostly ectoplasmic form. While destroying the undead warrior in the process. You guys may notice that sometimes I like to use punctuation and sometimes I don't. I feel like AI Dungeon 2 can be weird about punctuation. But I probably should have used it there. That is a very long sentence. Tendrils of the void begin to weave themselves into your undead warrior. Your undead warrior begins to scream out in pain as it begins to rapidly decay into dust. You feel a force attempting to wrench itself inside of your skull. You feel strong headaches. Okay, interesting. So I dispelled the undead warrior, but now while I'm inside of the void, I feel something like ripping at me. Okay. You attempt to... Ooh. You attempt to force the curse out of you and into the void so that it can take on a physical form for you to combat and defeat. That'd be a way for me to, like, exorcise the curse away from me and have another opponent to fight. Your eyes begin to bleed as you begin to hear voices that only you can hear. But what is most disturbing is that you begin to lose your mind. You slowly go insane and hear voices all around you. Great. Great. So I just can't force the curse out because I'm like losing my sanity. You attempt to regain your sanity by, connecting your mind to the void and the dark tapestry through deep breathing and meditation. I need to get rid of this curse. I wonder, I actually have an idea. Your mind is slowly restored to you, and you're able to think clearly once more. Awesome. Now here's what I'm going to do. You attempt to perform the same hand signs that 049 used to curse you, but in reverse. You are hoping that by doing the reverse of 049's hand sign spell, that you'll be able to break the curse. I've never tried this, but this sounds like an interesting concept. Like, literally reversing the spell by reversing how the spell is cast. You go through the same process and motions that 049 did, but nothing seems to be happening. I don't feel anything, you say out loud. You need to focus yourself and visualize the curse being reversed in your mind. G77's deep voice explains. You are surprised by the sudden appearance of another being inside of the void. But you appreciate their assistance. You attempt to reverse the curse once again. This time, taking G77's advice and visualizing your intended goal as you perform the reverse hand signs. You go through the same process, and this time you can feel something happening internally. I can feel it. I'm reversing the curse, you exclaim in excitement. A weird screaming noise startles you, and you look around inside of the void for where the noise is coming from. You wonder what's going on. You are surprised that there are other beings inside of the void. You look around for G77. You wonder if G77 is the being that you just heard scream. You were the only being inside of the void, and the scream sounded very far away from your location. It sounded like it came from another reality. G77? You shout with worry. Interesting. You realize that G77 must have been communicating with you from another reality. You believe that G77 might have been attacked while yelling instructions to you into the void. You attempt to use portal magic to travel to G77's location to investigate. You attempt to open a portal to G77's last known location, but an error message appears in your vision. An access denied message explains that your administrator has restricted access to portal travel for the next 24 hours. What? Retry. I was like, I could either accept that, right? And it's like we're in a computer simulation, or I could say fuck that and not do that. That one's weird because it's like trying to reuse something that I said before, so I'm gonna hit retry again. Hey, you shout as you attempt to create a portal. You're surprised, but you actually create a portal. Why would I be surprised? I've never been able to do that before. Nah, see, it's fucking up. I know how to make portals. Portals stuff is like normal. Retry. You attempt to use portal magic to travel to G77's location to investigate. Yeah, that's what I said I was gonna do. Oh wait, that wasn't the retry. That was just what I had said in my previous action. It's still trying to retry. The spell does not work, and you are forced to sit in the void and wonder what is going on with G77. You have a feeling that G77 has died. Your mind races as you try to figure out what's going on. Okay. Well, that sucks, but let's see. You use Void Sense to check and see whether or not you have the pestilence. You have no idea as to whether or not you have the pestilence. Without the means to check, you could have it or not. So I just don't know. The void sense doesn't tell me anything. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is you attempt to use hydrokinetic healing salve to heal you of any diseases you may have and to regenerate your body back in the land of the living. You apply the salve all over your body and feel a tingling sensation. The tingling goes away and you feel like $1,000,000. You believe that the salve has cured you of any diseases you had and had regenerated your body back to its former glory. That's awesome. Okay, and that's a perfect time for that session to end. So we defeated 049. We defeated like a rogue undead warrior. We overcame a hand sign curse and learned how to reverse like hand sign curses. And we got introduced to this interesting plot point of this being from another reality that's able to yell into the void who tried to save us but mysteriously died. So there you have it. Let me know if you guys want to see like what's going on with the G77 stuff. Because we could always like continue the non-canon side story. I mean, really, if you guys want to continue the non-canon side story, you guys need to give me another enemy to fight. Because if we don't have another fight, then I'll probably just do episode 40 next and continue the canon story. So definitely let me know in the comment section below and on our Discord if you guys would like me to do part 5 of the non-canon side story, or if you guys just want me to go ahead and do episode 40 of Jet Starlight. Also, feel free to submit any safe for work scenarios that you guys have that have like defined goals. I'll use those for 30-minute AI Dungeon 2 speedruns. I love receiving fan content from you guys, and the fan scenarios are a great way for you guys to just straight up tell me like, hey, I want to see you do a video where you play through the scenario. Because they directly influence the videos that I make. Feel free to submit your safe for work direct goal scenarios to me in the comment section below and on our Discord. Also, if you guys are not subscribed yet, I highly recommend that you smash that subscribe button and that you share this video with your friends so that they can submit their scenarios for me to play as well. Especially if you know anyone who's like super creative and is always coming up with like cool scenarios, because I'd love to have more and more people on the channel who have like ideas for these AI Dungeon 2 adventures, who want to see me go on all these crazy quests. But thank you all for watching. I hope that you have a happy, fun day today, and I'll see you guys in the next video. This is your host, your friend, your boy, Jet Black the one only, logging out. Peace, guys. Chickadagawa.